everybody, it's Yazzie. We're going to go ahead and get a reading today. And it will be coming with Hecate's energy. So this will be her message today. That will be coming through the cards. She means business today. So it seems that it's important. And we have the 10 of Rods and the 5 of Elixirs at the bottom. Or I'm sorry, split 2. My apologies. Also, this tarot deck is the Antique Anatomy Tarot. It's by Claire Goodchild. I get a lot of questions about this one. I keep hearing things are not always as they seem, is what I keep hearing. Justice. But know that you're always taken care of, even if it doesn't seem like it. And I saw 55 on the timer. I've been seeing a lot of 5s today. There's change happening. Even if it doesn't seem like it right in the moment, there's a lot of change happening. And there's an experience that I had today, 111 on my timer, that I am being called to share. So I was out and about, and I was waiting for my ride, and there was a gentleman that came and sat down next to me, older gentleman, very polite, asked if he could sit down. He had a walker, so I had no problems with that. And he was kind of just sitting there talking for a moment, and he has a little couple meals kind of tucked away in his little walker, and I thought that was kind of cool. And then he asks me, if he pulls out a vape, and he asked me if it was okay for him to go ahead and use it, like, does it bother you? And I said, no, not at all, that's fine. And he went ahead, took a hit real quick. And then I noticed that he pulled out a journal, and in his journal, I could tell as he was flipping through, he had all kinds of stuff written. And he didn't even seem to care that he was just out and about. He just went ahead and took a pen out and just started writing, journaling. And you could tell this was a gentleman that had no issues sitting there, 222, and writing out his thoughts, whatever it was, no matter what it was. And as I was finally getting up to leave, I said, have a good day, 234 on my timer. And he said, you as well. And hey, I also hope that you have a good life. And he didn't mean anything ill will or anything by it. Like, it was a genuine compliment. And I said, well, thank you, you as well. And it's these kinds of interactions that, make you realize that even with how people look or how things look in life, not everything is as it seems. And you kind of have to not always take everything for granted or take every experience in your life for granted, because before you know it, those moments, those small little things in life could disappear like that. Even just as much as opportunities could 321 disappear a lot as well. So something to keep in mind, and kind of just be appreciative and have some bit of gratitude for it as well. But I was called to share that, 333 on my timer. But let's go ahead and see the message of what Hecate has to say through the cards today. One already fell out. What is it? 10 of Rods, 345 on the timer. Put down the burdens that are not, 354, yours to carry. Stop carrying them. Yep, we have Queen of Blades on the bottom. You need to start setting these boundaries. Like, seriously start setting them now. Because it's starting to cause problems, and it's starting to be to your detriment. Because you're not setting clear enough boundaries and making it known what you will be all right with, or what you're okay doing and what you're not. That's something that you really need to start setting into place. And yes, I understand setting boundaries, there's conflicts, as I would say, 432 behind it. But you know what? There's always conflict in the world. There's always going to be some sort of conflict with something. But there are some things where that bit, 444, that bit of conflict is worth all the peace that you're going to gain by setting those boundaries and making it known where you stand at the end of the day. 456, as I say that. And yes, We have the Four of Coins, which is the Four of Pentacles. And that's the thing, isn't it? Holding on a little bit too tightly to these material things in the world. And this can be people, places, or things. This can even be certain habits or certain thought patterns, certain things like that, where it's no longer benefiting us. And it's actually, if you're holding on too tightly to these things, it's starting to come to a point where it's blocking you from getting all the wonderful things that you actually deserve. And it's becoming a problem. And this is where you need to be headed with the Six of Blades. Allow the universe to take you to these calmer waters that you do deserve, that you should be in, instead of holding on to the worry, holding on to the stress, and holding on to 555 as I look up, and holding on to the control. It's a little bit too much control. It's time to relinquish that. Yes, exactly. Here we are. What's on the bottom? Judgment. We have Judgment on the bottom here. And what came out was Temperance and the Three of Elixirs. This is where you would be headed if you allow the universe to actually guide you and take you where you need to go. You'll get that balance back. You'll get that happiness, that peace and joy, and be celebratory in it as well. And there will be, for many things that are lost, there is always something to come in and, I don't want to say replace it, but provide a better experience. And 654, more benefits and maybe even more peace to you, even if it's you just being with you. And it's important because the more that, I keep hearing follow your heart, follow the higher calling, follow the higher path, allow yourself to be reborn. Even if you have certain things of the past of you come back a little bit, it's still a different version of you, isn't it? It's not the exact same version of you as it was before. You can fall back in love with things that you liked. Perhaps explore a little bit more, like with your inner child, especially. Fall back in love with things that you liked as a kid. You may find out that you like them. You may find out that you don't. And I know that part I've talked about before in another reading. It seems to be coming back around again, but somehow it's a little bit different. I know a lot of people are having their Saturn return right now, so perhaps I'll say for myself, Saturn is in my first house, and my Saturn is in Pisces, so I'm just ending my return. So for a lot of us, we're finally stepping into that, and we're learning those lessons, or at least I hope we are. I know I am. I definitely am. And it shows. And those returns, especially for the outer planets, is a long time. So it's really important to learn those lessons. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long time of going through the same lessons that you already went through. Okay? So keep that in mind. This is more for you than it is for anybody else around you. Because at the end of the day, when everyone else is not with you, guess what? You're still with you. You're still around with you at the end of the day. When everyone else goes on their own path, goes their own way, or, you know, if they end up, and hopefully not, but it does happen, and it's part of life if they do pass away, then there's still you. You still have to figure out who you are at the end of the day. But let's get one more card with the time that I have. Hopefully. Whoops. Let's get one more. I got a few seconds. Come on. No cards? Oh, okay. All right. I got a few seconds. All right. What do we have? Yep. The Queen of Blades, Queen of Elixirs, and the Five of Rods. Yes. Enough with the internal conflict within your mind and within your emotions. And I'll end with that. Needs to be done. But I hope this helped. I love you all so very much. Thank you all for your support. I appreciate you all. Drink water. and I'll see y'all again soon.